If you have a $300,000 policy and then you have a 10% hurricane deductible, that your deductible is $30,000, and that's extensive.
So all insurance companies cover storms damage?
There are different coverages. It is important when you're living in a state which is prone to hurricanes to have a hurricane coverage, and it's typically different from your regular homeowner's dwelling policy. Usually it'll be bundled. Sometimes it'll be bundled. Other times you would need to actually pull out a separate policy. But there is a separate insurance policy for hurricanes, so it is imperative that you have hurricane coverage. But there is a difference between hurricanes and storms. So we will touch on that just really briefly. A hurricane is a named storm, or a tropical storm is also a named storm. So in your insurance policy, they will, depending on who the carrier is, obviously each carrier has their different languages, which is important to even give us a call just to take a look at your policy to see if you have the correct coverages. Some people will be covered for hurricane, but they won't be covered for storm, and vice versa. So it is important that you understand the policy language that you have insuring your home prior to any hurricane or storm hitting. Most of the time, if you are covered for windstorm, that doesn't necessarily fall under hurricane, and it would be covered under your normal policy. Dwelling policy. So it doesn't have to be a named storm all the time, and it just depends on who you're insured with and what coverage you have with that insurance carrier. We'll do a free policy evaluation just to see the basic coverages to make sure that you are covered by your carrier.
Are you being insured for a storm and not for a hurricane?
Yeah, it's possible.
Really?
Yes. So you have to take a look at the coverages. Most policies cover it, but you'll see there used to be that you'd have a separate policy, one for dwelling and one for some carriers just didn't offer hurricane insurance. So they would have to have, say, a State Farm policy on their home, but then they'll have to have Citizens for their windstorm. And also the deductible for windstorm and
Hurricane is really different.
hurricane, right, is very different. Usually a hurricane deductible would be a percentage of how much you're covered for on your dwelling, whether it's 2, 3, 4, or 5%. Could be a little bit higher. We've seen 10%.
10% too.
Which is, something you should also take into account when you're filing an insurance claim, because if you have a $300,000 policy and then you have a 10% hurricane deductible, that your deductible is $30,000, and that's extensive. That's a very high deductible.
Totally.
You want to try and keep it towards more the 2-3%, where it is remarkably less.
That's why you also can call us if you have any questions on your insurance company or your coverage, so we can explain you a little bit of your coverage, so you have an understanding of what it's covered, how much the deductible is.
We appreciate you joining us today on this very special topic covering hurricanes and storms. I take it personal because I've seen what it does to people, to families, to homes, and it's very important that you stay protected and that you prepare prior. So I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe our video with everybody that you love to make sure that they stay safe during this hurricane season. We are Florida Public Adjusting, and we will see you on the next one.